What's up guys, it's Lord Botha here with another video, and it seems like less than a month ago we were talking about how XDefiant developers were saying, oh, we're still fully behind the game. We have multiple seasons planned out over numerous years. We know that the game isn't selling well and the expansions aren't selling well or whatever, but we're fully committed to this thing and we're going to make sure that it continues. We are concerned a little bit, but there's no reason for any of the players to panic, etc. Well, guess what? There was reason to panic. Because Mark Rubin, the director at XDefiant, just released this statement. Hello, XDefiant fans. I am unfortunately here today to announce that XDefiant will be shutting down. That's right, everybody. While they were saying, oh, there's no reason to panic, we got multiple seasons planned out, we're going to continue this thing for years and years, everything's fine. In reality, the whole thing was crashing down around them. And now it's hitting them smack in the face that the game will be shutting down. Starting today, December 3rd, 2024, new downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. We will still release our Season 3 content in the near future, exact date to be determined, and servers will remain active until June 3rd, 2025. They're still going to release their Season 3 content, huh? That's a bit like the band still playing on the Titanic as it's going down, right? For those who purchase the Ultimate Founders Pack, you'll receive a full refund. That's going to be really costly for Ubisoft. Players who made any purchases within the last 30 days will also be fully refunded. Holy shit, that's a lot of money to give back. Those refunds should happen automatically within 8 weeks of today, and you can find more details on our official website. And he goes on in this long post about how, it's a passion project for him, and he's really sad that it turned out this way. Thanks all the staff and players, etc., etc. The same usual BS. The point here is this game, XDefiant, which was being called a Call of Duty killer when it was being released, right? Is ending up at the same fate as a game like Concord. It's being thrown in the rubbish pile. They had to determine that it wasn't worth creating more content and having servers open for, and they'd rather shut the game down to save money. This is the equivalent of like Willow in streaming, which was such a terrible show that was canceled after the first season. And not only was it canceled, it was pulled off of actual streaming access because Disney, at least I think it was Disney, yeah, because it's Lucasfilm, they didn't think it was worth the server space to even have it available for people to see. It was that bad and that not viewed and that much of a waste of money. Which really begs the question, exactly how bad of a financial state was this game? Exactly what were the costs going into this thing to keep it running? What were the actual sales figures this thing actually had to hit to be successful? And you have to think of the macro problems. I mean, this is an Ubisoft game and it's a live service game, so it was supposed to be, a slow burner that was going to rake in money for Ubisoft over time. Just like Skull and Bones was supposed to be a massive multiplayer live service game. Both of them, massive failures. And if Ubisoft fails as a company, XDefiant and Skull and Bones over all the other games and all the other failures, even the gigantic failure that's going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows, and way beyond the gigantic failure that was Star Wars Outlaws. These two games, XDefiant and Skull and Bones, they're going to be the real things that are what sunk this company. To be honest, with this kind of failure and with the Assassin's Creed failure that I know is coming, I truly and honestly, I don't see a way of Ubisoft making it out of the hole that they've dug. I really think they are a dead company walking. Somebody is going to have to purchase them. Somebody's going to have to buy them out. Whether it's Tencent taking over, becoming the majority owner and the company going private, or one of the massive guys like Microsoft. And I really do think that Microsoft could make a run at Ubisoft at some point, especially with the incoming administration, who is way more lax on business sales practices. And Microsoft might actually be able to persuade the FTC to actually allow them to buy a company of the size of Ubisoft. Though to be fair, by the time Ubisoft is gonna sell, their share prices will be so low and they'll be so devalued, it might not even be that big of a purchase for Microsoft. They'll probably buy it on the discount. But yeah, what a massive failure. And when this game came out, a lot of people were hopeful about it. A lot of people that I know were very hopeful about it and actually did like and enjoy the game and the experience that it gave. But just like everything Ubisoft seems to run these days, they run it straight into the ground. And at this point, I just don't see how they can recover. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.